See, we are doing introduction of the modern history. Okay, after this introduction, we'll start with the subject. So, if you take modern history of India, it's exactly started from the time period of the decline of Mughals. Okay, because the advent of Europeans happened during the time period of sultans itself. In the during medieval history of India. Because if you take the advent of Europeans, many countries came from European nation to India, such Portuguese, then Dutch, then English, then French, Danish. All these people came from the European continent. They all not started exactly on the same timeline. Okay, so they came one after another. First Portuguese, then Dutch, then British, then French, like that. Okay, so one after another. So we need to understand from the essence of where they exactly started and how they started, coming towards the Indian subcontinent. Right. So from during that time period only, we used to understand what exactly the reason behind the modernization of our country. Okay, this modern history of India plays essential role in all the competitive examination where you may expect more number of questions. Okay, so we'll start directly from which part of history? Modern history of India. For this examination, for UPSC or KPSC, prelim, mains, whatever it may be the format of the examination, we must understand what are all the topics to be read and where to give more focus. Okay, expectation of questions from which part of the particular subject or syllabus. So the first chapter starts from the decline of Mughals and later Mughals. What is the reason behind the decline of Mughals? Because Mughals were the popular ruler before the British, who ruled India from 1526, the time of Babur, and who are all the popular leaders will come under your rulers will come under your medieval history. But in modern history of India, it starts from the Aurangzeb. Okay, that is a timeline that Mughals are getting declined. Okay, so after that, later Mughals from 1707 is the death of Aurangzeb. Okay, the last Mughal ruler of India, which carries till 1857 revolt. Okay, the head and the face of 1857 revolt, that is Sipai mutiny, happened in India. That is Bahadur Shah Jafar II. Okay, so from 1707 till 1857, who are all the popular rulers and what contribution given by them? And those points we need to discuss. That is your first chapter of which history? Modern history. The second chapter, rise of autonomous state. So, rise of autonomous states. When the ruler is not that much powerful, and the particular ruler used to appoint different governors to the states which under their control. So all those people started declaring themselves as the independent states. Those people started maintaining their own army and administration as well as their own rule. They came out from the control of which empire? The Mughals. So those kind of states become a prominent state during the time of 18th century, where the British government wanted to get fight among them and to take a control over India's subcontinent. So you must understand about what are the states and what type of states and how many states was there and who are the popular rulers. Okay, so once you come to know the rise of autonomous states, the very next chapter is all about the British, battles fought in India. Okay, battles fought by whom? The British. Battles fought by the British. Carnatic region. In modern day, Carnatic means which state? Which state in India, which is known as Carnatic during the time period of British? Any guess? Madras. That is Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana state, a part of Karnataka, which is known as Carnatic. So British started Carnatic War. Okay, Carnatic War. Next, you have the war that is very popular, Anglo-Maratha War. Maratha state. Maratha, land was vast in amount. Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, in the eastern part, Maharashtra, Gujarat, all these regions were under the control of whom? Marathas during the time period of decline of Mughals. Okay, so very, vast amount of territory under the Marathas. Next war which fought by them, that is Marathas. Then very powerful state, okay, that is Mysore. Anglo-Mysore War. Okay, then Anglo-Sikh War in Punjab land. In Bengal region, two popular battles were fought by British. Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar. These are all the major battles you mandatory need to understand. Battles fought by the British. Carnatic War, Anglo-Mysore War, Anglo-Maratha War, Anglo-Sikh War, Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar. Okay. After this, the policies which enacted by the British, economic policies, okay, economy policies, in particular economic, okay, and acts, many acts and laws which made by the Britishers, and the form of government and administration, what kind of admin, what kind of government which they introduced, everything you must understand. Later on, 1857 revolt. Okay, here you will get multiple chapters we will discuss, but I'm just giving you the hint what is the exact point is required. So 1857 revolt is the exact starting point of your modern history, where the sepoys of our Indian army fought against the British authority. Indian army means British army only. Okay, because before 1947, which is popularly known as British India, right? So 1857 revolt. After this, many changes happened in India. Education was introduced, press, okay, the role of press, and the people who started forming an association, okay, and they started asking the rights of us. So many other facts came into existence. This is your first phase of modern history of India. Later on only, that is known as national movement. Okay, Indian National Movement, INM. Okay, from 1857 to 1885, there is a lot of changes happened in terms of administration. Okay, administration change happened, and also many reform was made by the British in the army. Okay, and also they started introducing a different modernization in India. Okay, modernization in India means railways, postal, telegraph, all these were introduced by them. So here in this time era, which is considered as the modernization time period of our country, the people started traveling outside and they started learning the Western education, came back and started asking the agitation by the Britishers. So these kind of activities happened during this time. Okay. Next is very important. Three type you have to divide into three type. Indian National Movement divided into three type. INM divided into three type. 1885 to 1905, 1905 to 1915, 1916 to 1947. The major area of your examination, this three phase of Indian National Movement, where you may expect more questions from this area. Okay, so 1885 to 1905, which is popularly known as moderates era. Okay, moderates means people used to loyal to the British, educated. The educated people who used to loyal to the British. Dadabhai Nauroji, right? Dadabhai Nauroji, he is loyal to the British. He is popularly known as moderate. Then extremist era. They doesn't have any kind of loyal to the Britishers. Example, we can take Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai. Those kind of personalities comes under extremist era. Okay, and last but not least, Mahatma Gandhi, Gandhian era. Because Mahatma Gandhi came back to India in the era of 1915. From 1916, he started the Satyagraha. Okay, all the activities by Gandhi ji from 1960 to 1917, which is known as Gandhian era. So these are the glimpse of your modern history introduction. Okay, just I want to make sure that what are the topics that we are going to discuss in the further classes. Okay, it is not possible for me to give all the topics in a single day because it's vast, but this is the gist. You can easily understand. These are all the 6 important phases of modern history that we are going to discuss. Here, static also I'll give you some information, and also some kind of dynamic view also we'll discuss. Clear?